Welcome everyone, I'm Amy, I'm an NPC Bikini competitor and I'm also a nutritional therapy practitioner. And this is my prep vlog for 2025. I am 3 weeks and 6 days, 5 days out. So we are rapidly counting down the weeks. In the intro this week, if you didn't see last week's video, you can find that linked in the little box right there. You'll know that I have straight hair because I have been playing around with doing my own hair for my show. And in the intro, we're going to talk about the feedback I got from my coach. So last week, I did check in a couple of times and we did a few really intense or brutal dig days, meaning I had very low food and was still doing 45 minutes of cardio on the stairs. And it was fine. Like those days went fine. By the last day of it, like I woke up, so I did those days Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And by, waking up Sunday morning, man, I was feeling kind of trashed. It kind of all hit me. I had really heavy leg session on Saturday. So my legs were kind of sore, and man, I think it all just kind of caught up to me, but there was good news ahead. So let's talk about what I got for feedback from Tommy last week, or for my last week's check-in. So he started off with, "Oh man, this is good shit. This is how you like your check-in to start off. Cardio gets pulled for the next 4 days. We are likely going to hit a high day tomorrow. Please send what you train tomorrow." And I said, "On the stairs now, finish or stop. I have legs today and push tomorrow." He said, "What's your current timestamp on stairs?" I was 20 minutes in. He said, 5 more and cut it. I said, "The new front pose makes my quads look big." And that was, the goal. I was going to say that side leg is nutty. Make sure you smash that MFR into the other one. You also have plenty of vasodry, right? You guys remember from weeks ago that Tommy, it was so long ago. So this was at the beginning of September because it was Labor Day. I'm like, I got it on sale. What was the holiday? It was Labor Day. So he had mentioned that he wanted me to have it on hand toward the end of prep. So I did buy that. So you guys saw that in one of my shopping hauls. So I have 2 bottles of it. And I said, yes, I have 2 bottles. I can order more. He asked if I shower in the evening and if I sleep in socks. And I said, no, but I can. Not usually, but I can. Sleeping in socks might be a no-go, but I'll try it. I tried it last night. I hated it. I can't sleep. I mean, I feel like the only time I can sleep in socks is if I'm camping and I'm freezing, and even then I kind of don't like it. So he said, neither is mandatory, don't worry. For now, let's do post-shower once a day, vasodry on low back, glutes, hamstrings, and feet, socks on. I said, will do, and I'll give the nighttime socks a try. He said, now let me ask you this. How do you feel about where we are now? And I said, better. Legs still feel a bit behind, but I'm seeing the light. And he said, haha, I win. And I said, I trust my coach. He asked me what my favorite meals have been. And I said, current meals, I've really been liking iceberg lettuce with mustard and chicken because I like the crunch. I also enjoy my meal 1, which is oatmeal and chicken. I said, I'm just happy to eat. All my meals are good. I always feel like this is not like a trick question, but I'm like, I guess for me, I mean, especially like doing these really deep dig days, I mean, if you're not going to succeed if you are focusing on food and what sounds good, because you can't, I mean, at least for me, like I can't really think that way. So when somebody asks me that, I'm like, what have I been enjoying lately? Like I'm enjoying the food I'm eating, and I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to think about other food. He said, perfect, just planning your high day. What else? Give me some carbs that sound good. And of course I put sourdough, pretzels, carrots, rice cakes, apples. Clearly I like crunchy things. Cool, I'll get this over shortly. What meal is post-workout for you, meal 2? And I said, yes. He asked if I liked honey, and I said, no, I love honey. He asked if I had walnut butter or macadamia nut butter on hand, which I don't. I said, no. I do have some almond butter packets, and he said, we can use that. He asked what oils I have, and I have MCT oil. And he said, perfect. And then he sent me over the high day. So a little bit lower protein with every meal. So basically my protein with each of these meals is cut in half, but I do get more carbs and still no fat. So my very last meal of the day, or meal 4, I get 3 grams of MCT oil, which is, oh, and then I get almond butter. I get almond butter in my last meal. So that is the high day. So it's, yeah. that is how my check-in went. So I get a high day, which is exciting. I'm trying not to be too excited about it because I feel like after that we're going to go right back to the dig days, which were really hard. So you take what you can get at the end of prep. But I am feeling like he asked if I'm feeling better, and I am finally starting to feel like things are kind of turning around, toward the end of prep. It's been, I don't know that I love this style of prepping. It kind of feels like, yes, I'm starting to see changes now, but man, I've had so many weeks of not feeling it. And then it feels like it kind of like crammed in at the end. So we shall see how things pan out for the next few weeks. But at least for today, I'm excited because I get some carbs and less cardio, or for no cardio for a couple of days, which will be nice. Just my steps, which are still really high, but that's all I've got. So not sure what else is coming up in this video this week. I don't really have anything planned, but I'm sure there'll be something. Something always comes up. If you guys do have any questions or comments, thoughts, please leave those in the comments. And I will see you guys here in whatever comes next. It is the end of the week, and it's time to talk about my check-ins. I'm going to call it check-ins from the week because I am checking in almost every other day, sometimes even every day, just kind of depending on what the day before or the check-in before looked like. And so there's a lot to go over in this outro. So we left off last week, with my coach's feedback, that I was going to get a high day the next day. So the next morning I checked in with my weight and said I was so ready for the high day. And he asked for pictures the next morning. So I sent pictures Monday morning, and he said, oh yeah, let's go. I said, back to dig diet today. And he said, yep, hold off on cardio though. And I said, okay. I said, I'm not going to hold you to this at all, but just wondering how many dig days you think I'll be doing, or if I'll be going back to my base plan at any point this week, just so I can plan a meal prep. And he had me send him what my dig diet and what my base diet was. And he said, plan for dig the next 3 days, cardio stays out. And I said, okay. So the dig diet, I feel like I've completely forgotten what my base diet was because I've been doing the dig diet a lot, but did that, checked in with weight the next day, and he asked for pictures the next morning. So I sent pictures, so this is Wednesday. So I sent pictures Wednesday morning. He said, still no cardio. What do you train tomorrow? And I said, pull tomorrow, push today, legs yesterday, Friday is off. He said, let's hit the high day tomorrow. And I said, okay. So I sent this comparison after that of 1 week apart. And I put 1 week apart with a train emoji because we have made some rapid progress in the last week. Like, it's pretty shocking. He asked what the weight difference was between these. So the weight difference between these is a little over, like right around 7 pounds. So a pretty big weight difference. And then I sent him he asked for the same comparison with the back shot. So I sent this one with the back shot. And he said, yep, easy stuff. So that was good. So Thursday, I said, high day today, pics tomorrow morning. And he said, yes. And so I said, will do. I said, I almost cried measuring out 50 grams of oats last night for meal 1. Like, the dig days are tough. So getting to eat some more carbs or some more oats seemed really, really good. Okay, so then he and I just kind of chatted back and forth. I said the dig days definitely impact my brain power, but after a few days, but I know they're serving a purpose and it's working. And we just talked a little bit about how his prep is going because he is prepping as well. So that's really cool. And where is my actual check-in? Oh, sorry, scrolling through everything. So I won the box of Anna bars. Oh my gosh. I won a box of my favorite protein bar of all time, which is the Anna bar. I will insert a little picture of them here. Oh, I was so excited, but I was hoping that they would take like forever to arrive. Oh, they sure didn't. They arrived in like 2 days. So it was perfect timing though when they arrived. My friend and medical assistant was still at work. So I was like, do you mind taking something home with you if I go pick it, if I go grab it? Because I got a notification that it was delivered. So I ran home really quick, picked up the box, didn't even open it. Like I was so tempted. I'm like, oh, like just open it. Like, nope, didn't even open the box. They came in, brought it back and sent them home with her. So she is going to keep them safe and sound and far away from me for the next few weeks until prep is over. So, oh, but I was so excited. And I told, whoever I was communicating with at Anna Bar, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this has been like the one thing I've been craving on my prep and I'm just 3 weeks out. So it was really exciting. Okay, so here we go. So here's the actual check-in from the week. So I check in on Saturdays. Here are my pictures. Here. I've seen lots of pictures this week. Taken lots of pictures. I said, good morning, Tommy. Check-in stats for the week. I'll send post-workout pictures later today and fasted pictures tomorrow morning. So he's asked me to start taking pictures, sometimes post-workout, just in some different lighting. It is so dark in the mornings now that my check-in pictures I take with my ring light because it's dark. So I sent him some pictures after my workout, or he wants pictures after my workout that'll be just in like natural light and just different lighting, different amounts of hydration and food and everything because my pictures in the morning are fasted. So I said, feeling pretty good, some low energy / brain dead feelings in the afternoon, but manageable. I increased my vitamin C and vitamin B. Those were things that we kind of chatted about throughout the week. My peptide order finally arrived. So I have not ventured into the realm of peptides very much, but I am excited to start. I did order some Glow Blend, which is the GHK copper, and also BPC and TBT, I think is what's in the Glow Blend. I've used it once now, and I will tell you this, like, oh my goodness, like the shot itself does not hurt, but it burned. Like maybe 20 minutes after I did the injection, started to really, really burn and left a pretty good welt. So interesting response there. So I'm excited for that. So that arrived, which is really exciting. I said workouts have been good and I have another posing session next week. I sent my weights, my glucose, my sleep score, my resting heart rate, all my supplements, and then that I'm doing 6-day week push-pull legs. Cardio right now has been removed still, and my steps are at 16,000. So that is where we're at. It's been weird, just having steps, but man, even just having steps, when I say I get tired in the afternoon, like if you've been on prep before, like there are times when, man, you just like hit the wall, like where it's like trying to get the motivation to even like get up is like hard. I have a standing desk and there have been a few times where I'm like, oh, so tempted just to go like, I should go like sit down and talk to Catherine, who is my assistant. I'm like, no, like you're just doing that just to sit. Just keep standing. And like to get those 16,000 steps, and it's been tough a few days. Like I've just had to go out for just a trudge kind of walk. I mean, it's great when I get out there, and I don't want to make this sound more dramatic than it is, but it's just your body's just giving you the signals to be like, no, like just no. But my brain is like, yeah, like we still have to, we got to do this. So yeah, that is my check-in. Tommy, my coach, is a week ahead of me on prep. So that's why like during the week, he and I chatted a little bit about how his prep is going and just how close we are. So it's exciting. And it's really exciting to have, a friend and who is also my coach be in prep as well. So it'll be really fun to see him on stage the week before me. And right now, oh my gosh, the weeks are just like flying by. So if you guys do have any questions, comments, anything at all, please leave those in the comment section below. If you would be so kind as to give this video a like, I would super appreciate it. And if you would share this video with someone who might find it helpful, I would appreciate that as well. It is definitely feeling like fall here. I'm wearing my pumpkin shirt. But if you would do another favor for me to please spread positivity and light to yourself and everyone around you. I appreciate you. You are worthy. You deserve it. I really do appreciate you all so much for being here with me. It's a fun journey to prep. It can often feel very lonely, and it's nice to know that there are people out there who are at least watching and following along. So I will see you all here next time.